Welcome back to the News Desk in New York. I'm Brent Musburger with Irv Cross. If the playoffs started 15 minutes from now, it would be the Giants over in Philadelphia to take on the Eagles, and the Bills would be in here to play the Jets. But there's still a lot of football to go. But it doesn't look as though the St. Louis Cardinals are going to do a thing. As we check the scoreboard, the Philadelphia Eagles are all over them, 21-0. You know, Irv, I think Dick Vermeil had the pressure off this football team today, and Ron Jaworski got their first touchdown to Charlie Smith, and then pick it up with Jaworski to Billy Campfield.
Billy Campfield is a sure-handed receiver with pretty good speed, Brent. Watch what happens here when he gets hit. Gets hit, bobbles the ball, and Calvin Favorite of the Cardinals recovers.
How about our guy, Wilbert Montgomery? He looks healthy.
Oh, boy, when he's healthy, he's very difficult to stop. Spins here, spins there. 9 yards later, he goes in for a touchdown.
Hubert Oliver then ran it in from the 18-yard line, and it was 21-0 Eagles. And what kind of a day, Irv, on the other side of the line is big O.J. Anderson having for the Cardinals?
O.J. Anderson's having a difficult time moving the ball. He's hit right here. That Eagle defense, everybody knows, the swarming defense. John Bunting, who's been out of the lineup a lot this year with a variety of injuries, picks up the fumble and puts his team in scoring position.
And Irv, the Eagles have just struck again. Jaworski to Carmichael. Right now it is 27-0. Awaiting Tony Franklin's extra point. How's the weather in Philadelphia? Almost as nasty as it is in New York and Shea Stadium this afternoon. Now elsewhere, the Chicago Bears, in some miserable weather of their own, may have derailed the Denver Broncos 14-3. If the Broncos win, they capture the AFC West. If they lose, they have to wait and see what happens to the San Diego Chargers tomorrow night to the Oakland Raiders. Kansas City and Minnesota are tied a field goal apiece at the half. San Francisco is on the board, but New Orleans has come back now. They are deadlocked at 7. Joe Montana got the 49ers rolling. He went to tight end Charlie Young, who broke free at the 11-yard line and crashed in the end zone. But again, the Saints have come back, and that talented rookie from South Carolina, George Rogers, has scored the Saints touchdown in that game. New England and Baltimore playing for the top draft choice next year, with the Patriots ahead 7-3 in the first quarter of that game. Tampa Bay and Detroit. The NFC Central Division Championship is on the line, and what a dramatic turnaround. Look at the sack here of Doug Williams. I mean, he is ripped by the Lions on that play, but he came right back in. And then it was Eric Hippel's turn. Leroy Selman was able to take him down. And then Hipple finally got the Lions rolling when he got into the end zone, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. It was 7-3. Cedric Brown intercepted a Hipple pass as he was going in again. And then came the dramatic play of the half. Doug Williams was set up on first down. He came to the line of scrimmage, noticed something, went to the audible. Kevin House on the fly pattern, 84 yards for a touchdown, and the Buccaneers now are in command of that game. Hipple has suffered a pinched nerve. We do not believe that it is serious. 10-7, the Bucs over the Lions at the half. Green Bay and the New York Jets, the game you're watching, 21-3, and the Giants are letting up a big cheer over that. And the NFL Today continues on CBS after these messages from your local stations. If you can take time out from making your list for Santa, what about a list of the greatest running backs in NFL history? But before you complete it, consider the often overlooked candidate Jack Whitaker looks at in Legends of the Game.
As a sprinter on the 1952 United States Olympic team, he won 2 medals, a silver and a bronze. As a professional football player, he was one of the most exciting ball carriers in the history of the game. His name is Ollie Matson. Ollie Matson was the most imposing physical specimen of his era, a 215-pound speedster who could challenge a tackler at the scrimmage line, then leave the entire defense grabbing air.
I think that my skills and my talents will stack up against the best. I could be going down the sideline, opening, and the guys would be reaching. Acceleration, that's one thing that people don't really realize. You know, you can accelerate so fast, and the guy think he's got you, and he's just grabbing air. And this is what a lot of them would be doing. It means a lot to you when you do have the speed and know what to do with it. Now you see me, and now you don't.
In 1959, a historic 10-player deal sent Matson to the Los Angeles Rams. Matson was the only player the Rams received. In exchange, L.A. sent the Chicago Cardinals 9 players, nearly 1/3 their roster, for one extraordinary football player.
I was a complete football player. I could catch the ball, I could block, I could run the ball. In other words, they could use me almost any place they wanted me to. And of course, I've always said this, I would put my stats up against anybody's stats. I would put my running ability up against anybody's running ability. And not just for me talking about it, but you go get the films. You look at it, you be the judge.
When football fans discuss the best running back of all time, they mention names such as Jim Brown, Gale Sayers, and O.J. Simpson. But one look at the old footage, and you can't help but feel that Ollie Matson deserves to be mentioned in the same conversation. In his 14th and final professional season, with his 4th team, the Philadelphia Eagles, he no longer could sprint the sideline uncontested, but he still could make men tackle his exhaust. He played his final season right here in Franklin Field with the Philadelphia Eagles in 1966. 6 years later, he was inducted into Pro Football's Hall of Fame, where he supposedly told a reporter, "I came along too soon. If I was playing today, I'd get so much money, I'd have to carry it in a shopping bag." And you know, he was probably right.
Irv, you mentioned another reason why Matson is not up there with the Browns and the Simpsons.
You know, he never played on a championship team. He was a tremendous running back, but because he was never on a world-beating team, people simply never thought of Ollie Matson as a great back, and he was super.
You played with him a year.
I did, yeah, in Philadelphia. He had a great game in Yankee Stadium in his 14th season. Timmy Brown went down with an injury. Ollie came in, ran for about 120 yards. It was a great day for him.
Oh, he was remarkable. And the NFL Today continues on CBS.